Well, I've got some news that many of you may be interested in. Occasionally, someone will contact me. They need the load chart problems immediately. Their test is in a couple of days. They, they can't wait until the mail arrives in 2 or 3 or 4 days later. In response to this, I've started a new web platform, a new website that will allow operators to have immediate access to the load chart problems, the practice problems that I provide. But it's going to be much more than that. Eventually, it's going to be a full-blown um, test prep academy for crane operators who need to pass the CCO exam. If you would like to learn more about this new website and this new, call it a school if you want to, academy, whatever you want to call it, this new resource that's going to be available to operators, if you want to take a look at it, here is the URL or the address that will take you to this web page. Once you're to this web page, you'll click that into your browser. This web page will pop up. It says here, video-based courses, practice exercises, study materials, and practice exams to help prepare crane operators for NCCO written exams. There's a brief video about this new academy that's starting out. Read the text about what we're doing. But just in brief, it's going to, at first, this is all we have set up right now. We have immediate access to the load chart laboratory, load chart practice problems. But eventually, I will have a full test prep workshop for all the specialty exams, the mobile crane specialty exams, the TLL, the LAT, and the TSS. And also something I hear about all the time, people, can you do a core class? Can you give us some material that'll help with the core? The core's probably as challenging, if not more challenging, than the specialty exams because there's so much dadgurn material that you have to cover. Well, there will eventually be a full test prep workshop for the CCO core exam. That's going to take a while. That's going to be a major undertaking, probably a couple of months to get that all together and going and available to you. But I am working on that. Here I talk about the advantages of online test preparation. Again, this allows you to prepare for your exams online with some study time offline. The main advantage here is the expense. You don't have to miss work. There are some great workshops out there. You can go and sit for a week in a workshop. I do the workshops. I'm still available to do the workshops. And that's, those, there's nothing wrong with those except they tend to be more expensive. And it's hard for crane operators to take off an entire week of work or even 3 or 4 days of work. Their company's hollering at them. The company doesn't want them to go. Company doesn't want to pay for it. All this BS you hear when you ask to go to a workshop to prepare for the CCO exam. Some companies just don't want to hear it. But with online, you can do it at your own time. You can spread your training out, spread your preparation out over several weeks. Again, nothing against the face-to-face, in-person workshops. They're great, but the online has more advantages, and here you can read more about those advantages. And what we have right now are the TLL load chart problems available, and these, we have the TSS, we have the LAT load chart problems available. And I have this set up as a class. If you need the TLL load chart problems immediately, click purchase, and once you get enrolled, this is what you will see. And it's not just the load chart problems. Starts with an introductory video, how to use the TLL practice problems, materials you're going to need to work out the practice problems, some links to the load charts that you're going to need. Before, when I mailed them to you, I couldn't mail you the load charts because I didn't own the load charts. But in this format, I can link you to the CCO webpage so that you have immediate access to the load charts. You have the load chart problems, you have the load charts, and once you have all your material ready to go, then you can watch some videos. Now there are more videos on YouTube and more videos will be coming as I continue to develop these resources. But here are some links to some videos. A basic net capacity problem. You can watch the video right here within the course viewer. gross load problem, net capacity problem with deduction for excess wire rope, and there are more problems. You can still go to YouTube and look at those problems as well. Once you watch those videos and you know the process, you think you're ready to start the practice problems, here are the practice problems available to you right here in the viewer. Set 1, problem 1, work this problem out, scroll ahead, and here is the solution for set 1, problem 1. And this is actually a 2-part solution because there is a deduction for excess wire rope. If there's a deduction for excess wire rope, I also show you the range diagram and how I came up with the tip to ground distance to use when determining the weight of that excess wire rope. Set 2, here are the set 2 problems, same format. You've got 15 problems, practice problems in each set. Set 3, same thing. And all you have to do is sign up for the class, get enrolled. You will have immediate access to the problems. You don't have to wait 3 or 4 days or a week to get them in the mail. You don't have to worry about them getting lost. And I don't have to worry about them getting lost in the mail either, because that's a pain in the ass for me when they get lost in the mail. It's only happened a couple of times in the last, been doing this now for 6 years. So only a couple of times, but still it's a pain in the hindquarters. The greatest thing though that you might appreciate more than anything else, lower prices. If I mail you the practice problems for the TLL problems, it's $60. I've got shipping costs, I've got printing costs. I'm not going to do it for less than $60 if I mail them to you. But if you want them online, it's $15 less. Same thing with the TSS and the LAT load chart problems, a significantly lower price on the online problems than what I have to charge for the hard copies that I mail to you. Again, have some additional classes coming. Here, go back to the website here. Additional courses coming soon. Talked a little bit about that already. A little bit more about me. If you don't know anything about me, I've worked in construction for about 25 years now. Manhattan Construction, Kiewit Construction. I also, in addition to doing this online crane test prep stuff, I can also do face-to-face classes. If your company wants an in-person test prep class for operators, I can do that. If your company would like someone to come in and do an OSHA 30 in construction or an OSHA 10 in construction, I can do those also. If you haven't figured it out yet, I am retired from full-time employment in the construction industry. This is what I'm doing in my retirement. I'll never fully retire. I enjoy this and enjoy helping you guys and you ladies pass your exams. If I can ever be of service, let me know. My contact information is in the webpage. If you check out www.loadchartacademy.com, there's my email address there. There's my email address and my phone number. Feel free to reach out to me.